Ninja Kiwi has... How do I say this in a polite way? They've betrayed my trust. That's about as polite as it'll get. Because if you've watched part 1 of this Odyssey that I've released, or if you've played it for yourself yesterday, but you haven't played it today, like the day after release, you will have noticed in my first video, for the first 2 maps, I used the same strategy. Ninja Alchemist, get a Spectre, pretty much life is sorted after that. And I must admit, during that part 1, I did complain. Well, I didn't complain, I was just saying it was very generous and very forgiving for Ninja Kiwi to give us the Ninja and the Alchemist, both unrestricted, when they were restricting things like Dart Monkeys down to 002 as the upgrades available for a camo Odyssey. And yet, they must have heard me complaining and bitching and moaning, because, if we go down now, suddenly, our boy the wizard is restricted. So when I originally got a fire breath and a summon phoenix, that's no longer possible in this Odyssey. And my ninja's now restricted. So going for a Bloon Jitsu is now not possible in this Odyssey either. So I'm not gonna lie, if these were the original restrictions, I never would have picked either of these guys. Maybe would have picked a wizard just for a wall of fire and camo detection. But if you look back on the video, I'm 100% certain you will see no restrictions on these two. And that was the entire reason I chose them, and so many of them. Which is a little bit awkward now, because I have to finish this. So, I think we can still do it. It's just going to be a little bit more of a pain than before, because now our Ninja Monkey is restricted to sharp shurikens instead of good old balloony jitsu. So I kind of want to put him like here, because he's going to get a range upgrade. Not straight away, but soon after this round. But yeah, it's entirely not very fair. I am not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of this whole switching things up mid-Odyssey. I don't think many people would be, because it means their strategies they had originally planned are no longer... potentially no longer working. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, that's alright. We'll take 14. It'll round us out. But yeah, any strategy that you had before that included a ninja or that included a wizard, if you were doing a challenge that was only ninjas and wizards, you probably can't do it anymore. You probably can't do it anymore just because they've switched things up and they've changed it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go have a look at my part 1 for this video and you'll see that the restrictions are different. I didn't know that Ninja Kiwi would ever do this, to be honest. I figured if they've fucked up an Odyssey and they meant to put some restrictions on that they just completely forgot about, then they would, you know, just be like, oh, this week's going to be an easy Odyssey, I guess, and then, you know, save it for another one. But apparently not. Apparently they're just going, fuck it. We forgot those restrictions. Add them in now. I'm sure everyone will be fine with it. But it's interesting. So now I've got an additional challenge where I need to beat the rest of these maps with 2 of my towers being heavily restricted with upgrades. So I feel like Ninja Kiwi's listening on my conversations and watching my videos, because I'm pretty sure I called out, especially the Ninja Monkey, I called out the Ninja Monkey for being like a really big cop-out, easy tower to have when it came to this Odyssey. So I really shouldn't have said anything, but it is true. Having the ninja available just to place down immediately and start working on a Bloon Jitsu and Alchemist combo, admittedly it doesn't make it much different from regular standard game modes. I'm not gonna lie, I just played it like every other game that I play on this, and I was I was just cruising. There's no issues whatsoever. But now, oh boy, there is. It's just a shame. I don't know why they would have changed this. Like, I get it if they wanted to make it harder, but like, surely not mid-Odyssey. That's just rude. Completely rude. Alright. Enough of that though, because it's happened, you know? Complaining about it won't change anything. Ninja Kiwi does what Ninja Kiwi will do. We can't alter that very much, so we just kind of have to shut up and deal with it. And so that's what I'm going to do from now. So we're going to try for a similar strategy. Obviously, we won't be using the Alchemist as much, nor the Ninja, except for, like, you know, start of the game sort of stuff. But we will be going for a plane much sooner than expected. Oh boy. Okay, but yeah, this is where the wizard actually comes in handy. I was thinking after the first part that even though I picked the wizard, I wasn't going to actually use him much just because I had Ninja Alch, you know? And with Ninja Alch, you don't really need a wizard, but it's nice to have a wizard, so I picked it anyway. And that was a goddamn amazing decision because the wizard, although now nerfed, still has some pretty damn good upgrades at tier 2. In fact, I'd wager that one of his best and cheapest upgrades is probably the Wall of Fire. So having that available still is quite a benefit. Although I should shut my mouth before Ninja Kiwi changes anything ever again. But yeah, it just seems insane to me that they've actually changed an Odyssey midway through. We'll get Caltrops, just slightly more damage. And then we'll get good old Alchemist here. We'll get him an Alch, just on his own, and then we'll get a Monkey Village as well for a bit more attack boostage. Yes, but this will certainly change how I'm going to operate, at least in the early stages of this Odyssey, like the early game of this Odyssey. Late game is probably going to be the same, if we can still, you know, get to late game. Spectre, Sky Shredder if you can afford it. Those types of tier 5 planes are probably going to get us where we need to be. But yeah, that genuinely shocked me. Finding out that they'd switched things up without letting anyone know. Well, they probably did let people know some way. I'm just not very, I don't exactly follow them that closely on like Twitter or whatever, but it's certainly an interesting change. And I checked the rules, it's not like map specific. You know, they've never done map specific upgrade restrictions for towers before. But if they did, I double checked just in case, and they didn't seem to have done that. So it is very odd. Not very even at all. But we gotta deal with it. I'm just thinking, if I was to get another plane, would I go for a Sky Shredder or would I go for another Spectre? I think Spectre's probably better for now, so I'm gonna do that. Just because we get this guy up to a radar scanner, we can go for the better upgrade path at the top there. And I would very much like that. Okay, so I think this is probably the strategy I'm going to use from now. Seems strange. I still can't wrap my head around why Ninja Kiwi would do that. But anyway, and this does kind of screw over my my recording, because originally I had planned on just laying out the strategy in the first episode or the first part, and then just repeating that strategy in the second part, but then skipping through all the annoying intervals where I'm just waiting for upgrades and things. But, yeah, this one's just thrown me a curveball and I've had to make a new strategy on the spot. I mean, it works, but still, it's quite annoying. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna have a look to see if they've actually mentioned anything about this on like their socials or anything, but I doubt it. I feel like they probably wouldn't bother. They'd just sneak it in and hope that no one notice. But I will always notice. How dare you think you can sneak something past me? To be fair, they've probably done it in the past and I've just not noticed. Just because usually I do the Odyssey all in one go. All on the one day, but now that I'm not streaming it anymore and I'm just recording it again, yeah, didn't really notice as much today. But still, this is an outrage. I am outraged to beyond words. Although I do have something to say. If you know what game that's from, nice. Nice. Alright, we're going to be getting our Spectre, and we should be good from now. So the only other thing I would actually get is another Spectre, so I'm just going to save up for that, but we should be all good. If you get stuck, use Quincy's abilities to get you past round 63, you know. You should be able to beat the first round easily. You should be able to beat all of round 63, to be honest, but the abilities are there in case you need them. I will see you guys at round 70, though. Potentially with 2 Spectres. Alright, round 70. Haven't been able to buy the second Spectre yet. I'm sure we could sell a couple of things to be able to afford it, but I really don't think we need it at this point. Because Bloons are seeming to have quite a lot of trouble actually entering the map. Oh, spoke too soon. You could afford it right at the end there, but it does not look like you need it. Let's move on. Good old Spice Islands. Much easier than another brick. So much easier. And this map too. What's it called? Like Racetrack or something? So much easier. Alright. So, let's get a ninja, say, around here. I think would be good. Maybe not too high up. Just so that range is sort of maintained and developed rather than sacrificed. Okay, we're looking good. I do like that spot. That's a nice spot. I feel like it would benefit from seeking a little bit more than Ninja Discipline, but we'll see how we go. How are we looking? Can we clean up all of these? I doubt it. Oh. Ooh, just lost 2 lives. But yeah, like that was what I was saying before. Another brick's probably your hardest map for early game starts. But once you get past it, you're not going to be losing too many lives. So there you go. We still have more than half than what we started with. And I'm sure we'd have even more if, you know, I really wanted to min-max this sort of thing. But it's okay to lose a few lives here and there. And boom, Sharp Shurikens should keep us stable to afford Quincy. And then we'll go for the Wall of Fire. And you guys know where it goes from there. Alright. Oh. And I believe, if I am not completely wrong, it is one of my very frequent viewers, Confused Cat's, birthday today. So if you happen to have a chat with him at any point, if he's in the Discord, or if you, I don't know, I don't think you'll bump into him in real life, or you probably won't even know him if you do, but if you see him in the Discord, say hi, say happy birthday, wish him a good day. Because, it's the polite thing to do. My birthday's actually coming up fairly soon. I say fairly soon. It's, in September. Sort of mid-September. But, yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing, if anything, for my birthday, but should be fun. Should be fun. And considering we're not going to be doing Ninja Alch all that much, I want to go Wall of Fire here. Obviously Monkey Sense should come first, considering we're dealing with camo balloons. But yeah, a Wall of Fire is going to be very lovely. I don't even remember, were we allowed to pick like boats and things? I think we were, but they might have been heavily restricted. I think boats were at least. Yeah, I think boats were restricted to tier 2, which is why I kind of avoided them. But to be fair, tier 2 boats are on, in my opinion, tier 2 boats are on the same level as like tier 2 wizards. Very good combination of upgrades that you can acquire there. If you utilize them well. So we're gonna put a monkey ace up here somewhere, probably. Try and put it well at the top. So we'll go for that. And now let's just see if we can actually put a village with the plane to sort of determine which upgrade path we go for. Because if we can put a village on there with the plane, then we might not need to go for the crappy middle path. But if we can't put a village there, we're going to have to go for the crappy middle path. It doesn't look very village friendly. Alright, crappy middle path it is. Although I will prioritize Never Miss first for extra DPS. And then go for the camo detection. Perfect. Alright. You guys should know the drill from here on out. We are going to be saving up for a Spectre. We might have to throw down another Monkey Ace before we do. But, oh, actually, I will throw down an Alchemist first. So we'll get this Alchemist to a good level. And then, once he hits, like, Stronger Stimulant plus... Oh, what's the middle one called? Perishing Potions. Once we get Stronger Stimulant, Perishing Potions, we'll go for that Spectre, or potentially another Never Miss before then. And then it'll be a breeze. It'll be an absolute breeze. And it's an interesting sort of assortment of maps and order of maps here, in my opinion. I think it's weird that they put another brick right in the middle, when I personally consider that to be the hardest of the 5 maps that we're dealing with. You know, it seems strange to put the hardest map in the middle when you're just playing, you know, all of these game modes are just standard. Medium standard, hard standard, whatever. So it does seem a little bit odd to me. Alright. Well, let's see if we can afford for a Spectre. If you are struggling to be able to afford one in time, you can get another Never Miss targeting. Same upgrades. Put them over here next to Quincy, or chop down these trees and put them there. And I'll see you guys when we can buy a Spectre. Alright. Well, we aren't able to afford a Spectre yet, but it does seem like we're suffering a little bit of problems on round 47. So, this is where our second Never Miss is going to come into play. Get Never Miss, get another spy plane, and roll it. Let's see how we do. If you feel really in trouble, you can use Quincy's ability, but I don't think we'll need it. Come on, we should be fine. If the planes decide to shoot this way, there we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, back to Spectre Patrol. And boom. Spectre. Suddenly everything looks a lot nicer on the map. We're going to be saving up for another one. I'll see you guys around 75. Alright, round 75. We've got 2 Spectres up and running. I think I got the second one on like round 67, 66 maybe. So you should be very well protected by this point. And that's another map down. Alright, last map. And oddly enough, probably one of the easiest of the 5. Which I'm confused about. Although we are going to round 80, so I guess also pretty interesting in that regard. But we'll start with a ninja. I like this map just because we're... Well, I guess because we didn't start on round 3. We're more than likely to be able to deal with some of these blue balloons on round 4. But just because of the map's design, it's very, very loopy. I like it. So it's quite possible for us to actually beat all the blue balloons on this level, rather than lose a couple lives to them, which is quite nice. And you'll see that we did that without any upgrades. Usually we get the ninja discipline and still struggle. So it's quite generous in that regard. But yeah, this map should be an absolute breeze compared to the last 2. I'm still just completely baffled that they actually changed the upgrades. But as I was saying, you sort of just gotta let bygones be bygones. It happened. It's unlikely to swap back. So just gotta handle it. Take the punches. Take the punches. Sharp shurikens. Nice and chill. Is this different difficulty? I think it might be, because Quincy's a little bit more expensive, but that's fine. He's still cheap relative to other heroes. And you guys know the drill by now. We're just going to be getting a Quincy. We're going to throw up a wall of fire just for insane damage, because Quincy and the 2-2 or the 2-1 ninja can't really handle too much in terms of balloons. But a wall of fire, oh damn, that's got some damage. That's got some real damage. So I think I'll put the wall of fire like down here, just so it hits a fairly good midpoint on the track. And then that way, because if I put it here, then it'll hit it once. And then take a long ass time to hit it again. Whereas if I put it here, it's sort of like the midway point, and then it comes back down and hits it again. So I think that's a bit of a better spot, but I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose. But yeah, this shouldn't be too difficult. I feel like 2 Spectres could very well beat round 80, as they have beaten up till 75 until now. Especially if you've got a village, then with the good cross path, then with an alchemist buffing them. I think it should be an absolute breeze. So we should be good to finish off the Odyssey here. Just gotta get this wall of fire up and running, and I feel safe. Nice. Alright, well now we can actually start going for our monkey ace friend. But yeah, if we had our ninja alchemist strategy working, this would be even easier. Even easier. We'd only need 2 towers, and we wouldn't even really need Quincy altogether. But sadly, our boys got nerfed. Oof, man, I am pooped. I had TAFE today, so it means I went and did business class. And, well, if you haven't been listening in on the streams, you probably won't know all about that, but business class does my head in. I'm training to become a PT, a personal trainer for like exercise and health and well-being. And it's pretty fun. But the business side of things, everyone in my class agrees that it just does your head in. But, you know, if you're going to be starting up your own PT business, you need to know how. Otherwise you sort of get stumped at step 1. Which is, you know, figure it out. What are you going to do? What's your plan? But yeah, it was a good one today, because there wasn't actually any work to do. It was just sort of like listening, writing notes. You know, there wasn't any actual task to apply or try and figure out. But he said not to get too comfortable with that, because we'll get more tasks next week. So, you know. Whoopee. Alright, but we should be chill to... I'm going to go for a village here. Because camo balloons are obviously the main threat. Fill up this nice little area. Stop regrowing in this area. I know it's not going to be too beneficial, but to be fair, blocking regrowing is probably best for these bottom two ones. But not a lot of, well, I like the space that we have up here. It's nicer. Alright. Radar scanner. Beautiful. Now the good cross path can actually attack camo balloons. That's what we like to see. And then we'll get jungle drums, why not? Because last time I checked, we still had a few rounds to get the Spectre before round 63 showed up and ruined our day. So let's go for an Alchemist next. We don't want him in range of the ninja. We don't want him stealing the upgrades. How we doing? Do we need an ability? No, we don't. We're good. It's all good. Alright. Chillin'. Let's get Stronger Stim and Perishing Potions. I remembered this time. That's the one. Stronger Stim, and then we're going straight for a Spectre. We should be able to do that on this map. Just because we got the good cross path, we've got the village to show that he can actually attack the camo balloons, and it is quite a long map, so we should be able to go straight for a Spectre from now. I'll see you guys when we get it. Alright, and here's our first Spectre. Now, because we're greedy, let's go for a second one. Same upgrades, same style. And I'll see you guys at round 80 with 2 Spectres. Alright, round 80. Fairly chill. We got our second Spectre. I had to play around with the targeting priority settings to try and space them out a bit more. I don't like it when they're like on top of one another. But there we go. That's the Odyssey complete. Even with Ninja Kiwi's sneaky little midway nerfs. That was quite rude, I must say. But there you go. That's how you get through, even with Ninja Kiwi trying to stop us. Congratulations. I don't think I've ever actually read this. Congratulations, brave adventurer. You have completed your Odyssey and earned these rewards. So 200 monkey money, a lovely little plasma accelerator, Dartling gunner, and 50 trophies. The real reason we do this. Alright, well there you go. You guys have got 5 days to finish this one off. This has been Rage Against the Bloon. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.